For those who don't know April Wilson, she is one of Kelsey's longest friends. They've met in 8th grade playing travel soccer and have supported each other through several chapters of life, including high school, college, and now adulthood. If you have ever seen the two of them together, they are two peas in a pod, often giggling and joining each other in the silliest conversations. So I invite April to come take it away.
Two hands.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. As Kate said, my name is April. I have been friends with Kelsey for about 15 years now, which is crazy to even say out loud. It somehow simultaneously feels like forever ago, but also just yesterday, that we were running together through cross-country courses or on the soccer field, visiting each other on weekends through college, or road tripping down to the Carolinas. And now here we are on your wedding day. I feel so privileged to have had you by my side all of these years. And now I am honored to stand by your side today as you step into forever with the love of your life. When I sat down to write this speech, I was kind of stumped. I didn't really know where to begin. I mean, how can I fit all that there is to say through the last 15 years into just one speech? So, instead, I wrote a song. I'm completely kidding. I would never put you off for that. Although anyone who knows me knows that's probably something that I would do. So, whoever gets married next, let me know. I'm your girl. So anyways, for as long as I've known Kelsey, she has always been someone that when she wants something, she puts her mind to it and she makes it happen. So I really wasn't surprised when one summer she was telling me about this guy, Noah, on her kickball team, and she really liked him. She then went on to tell me that a couple weeks after seeing each other, she told him, "Hey, I really like you, and I think we should date." And he said, "Okay." And from that point forward, they were inseparable. And really, I should have known in that very moment that he was the man for Kelsey. Noah and Kelsey balance each other out so beautifully. As I touched on before, when Kelsey has a goal or an idea, she works and she doesn't stop until she gets there. As admirable as her passion and her work ethic are, Kelsey can sometimes burn herself out without even realizing. Enter Noah. Noah has the most wonderful way of grounding Kelsey. Not grounding her in a way that holds her back ever, but in a way that encourages her to rest, recharge, and pour into herself so that she can keep moving forward as the best version of herself. Because that's the thing, Kelsey's never needed someone to take care of her in the traditional sense, in the literal sense, like making her decisions for her or solving her problems for her, or providing financially, although don't get twisted, no good. She needed someone to help prioritize herself, slow down, stop and take a breath, believe in herself, and someone to really see her. And that is Noah. That is how he shows up for Kelsey, and I'm not sure anyone ever cared for Kelsey quite like that before. And as for Noah, sweet, sweet Noah, did you guys know he loves being the center of attention? Just kidding, I will keep it brief. Kelsey has a way of bringing everyone's silly side out, and Noah is no exception to that rule. We've all seen your sneaky, funny side by now, Noah, and we all love him. Kelsey's the gal who's going to make you laugh and remind you not to take life too seriously. Hell, maybe even grab a midnight giant slice of pizza after a night out. She's also the gal who's going to push you to follow your wildest dreams and cheer you on every single step of the way. Even if it's something big and scary, like, I don't know, becoming a Coast Guard officer. And to take it one step further, She is the gal who's going to eagerly answer every phone call, every text, every email when you're away for those weeks at boot camp, just to remind you how much she loves and misses you. So I've talked about Kelsey and Noah balancing each other out in different ways for most of this speech. But here's the quality about Kelsey and Noah that they share through and through. They are both truly and deeply good. They are intentional, and they bring the people that they love together and make them better for it. So with all that being said, let's raise a glass to Kelsey and Noah. May they continue to share a lifetime of love and goodness. Okay, you may resume with your salads and your drinks.
Adam and Noah have been inseparable since Cub Scouts. When I say inseparable, I mean it. In addition to becoming Eagle Scouts together, they worked in the school newspaper in high school, were roommates at Penn State, and now have somehow ended up living just a mile apart in D.C. It was Adam who convinced Noah to join a recreational kickball league, where he just so happened to meet a certain Kelsey Fitzpatrick, and the rest is history. Let's hear it for Adam!
Thank you all. I'm so happy to be here today celebrating Noah and Kelsey. As some of you may know, I've had the honor of knowing Noah for probably the better part of the last 20 years of my life. All the way going back, like I just said, to Cub Scouts and elementary school. Over that time, we've had a lot of fun experiences together, from sleeping on the cold hard dirt, because some older scouts tricked us into thinking wilderness survival was a lot of fun. That's Justin, they were there for that. All the way to spending a week traveling in Ireland and Scotland, leaving with basically nothing planned except our flight there and back, and just kind of like figuring it out on the way. For me, Noah has always been a grounding presence in my life, a moral compass, and a trusted friend who helps me whenever I'm in need. He's someone I know so well, but someone who has a way of also surprising me in a lot of unexpected ways. For anyone that might not know, and also like I just mentioned, Noah and I both went to college together at Penn State. We shared an apartment. I'll say that's like really the time where I feel like I really got to know Noah truly well. I'll never forget one time Noah surprised me. We were sitting in the library together, and Noah turned to me and out of nowhere said, "Hey, I found this guy online that's donating money to the victims of the Paris attacks for every fake ID that he sells. Do you want one?" This was a learning experience for both of us in more ways than one, including finding out that you can't just send fake IDs in the mail. They kind of have to like hide them inconspicuously so getting suspicion. So while I never got or asked for credit for this, Mr. and Mrs. Unger, I just want to say that if you've ever enjoyed a warm beverage out of a blue metal travel mug, I did chip in for that. You're welcome. Another example of Noah being full of surprises, and his gift for finding the hidden opportunities in life. One night in our apartment, we were planning our spring break trip that we were going on in a few months with our roommates Ryan and Cody. While I was telling Noah how broke I was and how I didn't really know how I'd afford it, Noah let me in on a magical secret of making money through bank bonuses. Which, if you don't know, makes sense. If you don't know what a bank bonus is, it's essentially like those flyers you get in the mail that say, like, hey, if you open a checking account, make 5 direct deposits, we'll give you a few $100s. Noah's not a lot of them. In fact, when we were at Penn State, when the career fair was coming through, they had like one of the biggest ones on the East Coast. Noah had toyed with the idea of going to the career fair, instead of bringing a resume, he was going to go around to all the banks and hand them a sheet that said, "This is how much money I've taken from you." Being the wonderful human that Noah is, within a few hours, I had a new M&T checking account set up, and we sat in our apartment Venmoing 25 cents back and forth to each other because each one counted as a direct deposit. And by the end of that week, I had enough money to book that flight to Florida. Spring break. Our time in college was fun, and it was full with a lot of the type of adventures that kind of seemed really normal at the time, but now kind of look a little insane in a lot of the best ways, and are really a lot of memories that I cherish. After college, Noah took a job in Allentown, PA, and I eventually got a job moved down here to DC. We never stopped being close together. We talked all the time. We visited each other a lot. And eventually, after falling in love with visiting DC, Noah actually got a job down here, and I was incredibly happy that he was moving down here as well. Like as you mentioned, he lived a mile away, and he lived much closer than that even before too here. Both being relatively new to DC, we kind of did what all the 20-somethings that moved to DC do, and we decided, let's join a kickball league to meet some people. That really was a decision that shaped the future of both our lives. What we didn't really necessarily expect was we'd meet two of our best friends in Nate and Cole. And then that Noah would meet and eventually marry the beautiful Kelsey Fitzpatrick here. Well, I'm sure Kelsey had to weigh the pros and cons of dating someone so handsome, but with so little hand-eye coordination. Noah's charm prevailed, and the two have been inseparable ever since. Nothing truly has been able to shake their love, including the state of Delaware, where they moved for a year to living in D.C. Also, while I'm on the topic of Delaware, did you know that every June they have a holiday called Separation Day? Where they celebrate separating from the beautiful state of Pennsylvania. Okay? I would be remiss if I did not take this opportunity and platform to advocate for a cause that is near and dear to Noah and my heart that we made up entirely on our own. It is called MDPA, Make Delaware Pennsylvania Again. We will be selling merch at the after party, and the proceeds will go to the honeymoon so you have to take this money. Now, I know you might be thinking, Adam, half the people in this room, including the bride, are from Delaware. This is Best Man Speech Suicide. So, just to win back any of the hearts that I just lost right now, I'm going to write off a few things that I really like about Delaware. Bethany and her Obit Beach. Black license plates. Orange Crush cocktails. And the Delaware Park Casino and Racetrack, who took my money and my heart. Now, get to Noah and Kelsey's undying love for each other. Noah, I want to say, in all earnestness, you are the type of friend that anyone would be lucky to have in life. You are a kind, honest, and caring person, and I'm incredibly grateful and appreciative to be able to call you my friend. And Kelsey, after getting to know you so well over the last few years, you are truly one and the same, and I understand fully why you are both perfect for each other. You share so many of your best qualities in all the ways that make you both wonderful. And also, in every way you are different, you balance each other out truly perfectly. As much as a gift as it is to call you both my friends, seeing how happy you both make each other is truly an even greater gift. So I want to raise a glass to Noah and Kelsey. And while I wish you both a life full of happiness and joy, I already know that's something you both found each other every single day. So, cheers to Noah and Kelsey.